Are you looking for answers about extraterrestrials, or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Well, greetings for tonight's channeling of extraterrestrials, and I wanted to add this to our intro. That let's see, today's date is July the 10th, and the world is still asleep of the awareness of what is around them and what is asleep to who they can be. And hopefully that will change in the future. So it is asleep, but not asleep forever. I don't feel that. Tonight will be extraterrestrial channelings, and I feel more better for ETs than channeling, rock stars and stuff like that. Because aliens have more of a, at least their energy is, they have messages that wish to be heard, so that is why we're going in this direction instead of rich rock stars and Van Halen or whoever is crossover. We'll leave that for others, so mostly like 99% of it will be alien or spirit. So that is the direction of these channelings, because that's where my heart is, and anyway, their information will help unlock our world to its true reality. Tonight's channeling will be of, I believe, the Essassani being, I cannot be totally sure of that. It's a Palladian gray, which I picked up a couple of days ago, but not human. I mean human, but not Earth human. This is a Palladian gray, slight reptilian, maybe a planet in Zeta Reticuli star system, maybe. So I'm not sure who this is, but they've been around me, giving me downloads. Oh yeah. Somebody mentioned, that's right, you mentioned about the world and how it was created and things like that. I did get a download. Of course, I can't be 100% sure now, because it's usually when a download comes through, I can be more. Anyway, what I got was during like Earth's inception, or as humans are being, I want to say during its inception, but during the human birth on this world, I still feel like there's Lyran felines here, and we were supposed to be a feline race at one time. That's my feeling. Maybe they just had a huge presence here, and many humans wanted to be feline. It could have been.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I sort of get that feeling that there was a big race of felines on the Earth.
Yeah.
When the Palladians came here, and I think that they helped the Palladians. I think I'm not sure about this. Just
so,
feeling of I think they sort of assisted the Palladians in making the adjustments to the natural humans that were here already.
Oh yeah. I agree.
I feel that too, Neil, because of the if you look at the statues of the Lyrans, we see them in Egypt too, the cat people.
Yeah.
Feline races.
Yeah, I think they were here on Earth, living on Earth, and there was like there was a lot of different strands, different types of humans, and then the Palladians, they saw us between. There was a stage they saw that like a turning stage between like Neanderthal and sort of modern day man, and they saw that stage in the middle, and they decided that they would sort of intervene then. Well, it wasn't done. I think they asked us, if they wanted it, and that's when they made the adjustments to the DNA. But yeah, I'm still trying to find more information.
What I received was that Nordics, like Brian says, like the radical Nordics. There were others here, but a certain group was more successful in creating life here than the others. They
So there was like more than one sort of project going on.
Yeah, there are several projects going on. And I think the
That's
Lyrans are
interesting.
here during. I think the Arturians are here during that. The Lyrans are here during that, and I believe that the Nordics were just more successful. They
That's
just
interesting.
so yeah. These are the tall blondes. Yeah, they were kind of radical, but in a good way. But there are several other fractions of Nordics, or not, were Palladian, let's put it that way, that were doing things on their own. So they created their own society and things like that, and sort of did things their own way. The tall blondes, the Nordics that we're aware of, I believe they had a uniqueness about them. And what I got also was the harshness of our world now. Was what they said to me was, this is the way we wanted it, not them. They wanted us to be like them, but
Yeah.
us when we were created, we wanted it more harder. We wanted to live a harder life.
Yeah, I get that feeling as well. It was like they sort of wanted this project to be like a really enlightening project, and like
Yeah.
that we would go on to be like these enlightened. And we were like, no, we're
Yeah.
going to go the dark route. This is
Yeah,
the way
we're
we're
gonna-
going. And they sort of stood back and went, right, if you do that, go for it. We're no part of this. Go for it on your own.
Exactly. We're going to go to a dark place, and we certainly did do that.
And I think that's the reason why a lot of the alien species find humans so interesting, is because we took that dark route. We decided to take that dark journey and then come to where we are now. And try and break out of it.
And another thing I got during that, I can't be 100% sure. I guess it really doesn't matter. There were other Palladians as our race was going. Were like Atlantean type of race at this time. There's other races that came here, Palladians, that wanted to be part of our learning, and they're like in a higher density, and then they sort of went down to our density, their density, and sort of just, went to sleep.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and they sort of blended in with us and just sort of. That's another, because there's a story of aliens come here and go to sleep. So that's Zachary, he's part of Human Colony. He brought that up. I think Ryan knows what I'm talking about.
All right.
He's a young member. He's been around.
Zach.
Yeah, Zach. Yeah, he brought that up.
Zach's really good at that. And
He's very
really connected to the Palladians. Yes.
Yeah, his connections really a lot closer than a lot of ours. Yeah, he's like.
You're getting there, Ivan.
Well, he remembers a lot more than a lot of us. That's for sure.
Yes.
So, anyway.
Okay, thanks for that, Ivan. That was really interesting. That was much helpful.
Okay. Anybody like to do a blessing before we begin?
I will.
Thank you.
Sunuani alakatomi asha alakatoto isunu amana e ashata isana alakotoma itikato umashinaso inanato awamana e akasi shananato abana alakoto e asoto yanakoto sikoto atabakak e aso.
Thank you. All right. See you guys later. Greetings. I am Neiman from an advanced civilization called Essassani. I'm still downloading into this one. Please give me a moment. I am a future human, that is correct, but not exactly what you think. I am a future human, just like your planet, but also with more Palladian DNA. So I do have human, but not as much as Palladian. I am Neiman. The name I use is Neiman, to help connect. That's why an Earth human name will help me connect so we know each other without any complex, long names that don't make any sense to you. I am from Shikani, 300 years in the future. I am not like Mashar. I'm very independent of his work. Yes, I admire his thinking, which is awesome, but I have my own way of going about things. Contacting you was important to me. I've been studying your movements ever since this one, even before he even started channeling. I've been watching him. And those here within this situation, this you would call a chamber of communication. I am on so I understand your questions before you even ask them. Which does not make me psychic. It means I've been watching your transmissions. I am on a planet at this time, but I do have a ship, a scout ship, that is close to your Earth at this time. So I can make this communication easier. There are messages for your world. It will become, at a time where it has become, its negativity will quiet down in the future. Of course, right now, yes, it is true, you have to get it all out of your system. Many of you do. Yes, you're going to have controversies, problems with race. Wars will become more frequent as your energies go intense, as they intense up where your vibration goes up. This is going to be normal because there'll be other energies that don't want anything to do with this, and all they know what to do is go to war. So that's the only answer they have. This will be temporary. Of course, nothing on your world is easy. Learning is never easy. Lessons are not easy. Nothing is easy. But your direction is what we are all assisting with at this time. We want you to go where you belong. This test, this war zone planet you have, is already in a fourth density vibration, but it is not fully there. It is somewhat there. Its ideas are there, but to totally tap into your fourth density energies, this will take time. To become a fourth density being is something that you must master only through maturity, and that the lessons that you have learned have finally, you could say, learned, or you can go to the next level. You're just going up steps at this time, and each of you are at a different level of these stairs. Another thing is, yes, my appearance, if you wish to know it, yes, I am slightly gray, slightly Palladian, more Palladian actually. I'm like a future version of the Essassani, a different version. We have different races within Essassani, and I am another version. I am not necessarily on Bashar's planet. I am on a sister planet, you can say. As for the name of this planet, it is not quite important at this time. You can give it any name you wish. That is fine. Whatever suits you. Because that is not important. What is important is where your world is going. It is like a child learning to walk at this time. You know how difficult that was. And your ascension is more difficult, of course, but not exactly. Judging by your energies, there are many questions, so I will open the floor.
Okay, I'd like to thank you for the message that you just delivered to us. And I'd like to say, and to you a good day, and I send my love.
Yes.
My first question is, can you answer questions on DNA? I'm just curious, can you?
Yes.
Okay. It is said that all humans have 12 strands of DNA. Does your race have DNA at all? And if so, how many strands of DNA do you have?
We have 14 at this time. To go into all the numbers, the most important ones are Palladian, human, some human, not all. Palladian is more of a 50%, Zeta, Gray, and Reptilian.
So does your whole race have 14 strands, or are there more strands?
There are more strands. Some have 22. I have 14. Yes, go ahead.
Is there any other information you can share with us on that?
As your society was ascending into a higher frequency, many races were born within it. Your race was part of many creations of other planets. Ours was one of them. But we are part of Essassani, but not necessarily. Ancestors of your world, future ancestors, and also Zetas were part of our creation. And also Essassani was our founders of Essassani was also a part of our assembly. As our world congregates, words, of course, telepathic words, are always sent back and forth. Our society is of what you would call sort of like a very similar to a Buddhist monk in many ways. We do not have wars. Of course, we do have discussions, and sometimes they aren't always helpful to other races. We do not have any weapons and anything like that. Of course, I'm going off into a different direction. But our race is very peaceful. We do have reptilian connections, which are of a positive nature. But also we do talk to those that are malevolent, but we talk to them in a diplomatic fashion to bring their energies and our energies to a neutral environment where we can at least speak to each other without having confrontation. So our reason for being mostly is to bring peace to other planets, to bring a dialogue to other worlds. We do visit many worlds as they're going to turmoil, those that are aware of extraterrestrials and those that are not. So this is our plan. This is our reason of being, is to bring different races together so we can harmonize and move forward. So you can call us Essassani. At this time, names do not matter, but you can call us a B race of Essassani, a sister race.
And what is your connection to dolphins?
Dolphin, yes. This is obviously through a telepathic communication through them. Their knowledge is gathered within our frame of mind. We take their knowledge and spread it throughout the universe, such as their spiritual messages. And their spiritual messages also helped us in our ascension. Of course, our ascension was very quick. It was not through your third density, such as your world, but technically we are part of your world, so it all sort of blends in. We've already been through that. So as our world was developed, it was already going into fourth density, with memories of your world and others that went through a third density experience. The dolphins play a vital role, yes, in our society to bring clarity to sometimes we clutter the air with too many ideas and we don't even know what we're talking about. And they bring us down to the Dolphin Collective brings us into more clarity of what we are trying to accomplish, as we get sometimes confused with our own thoughts, just as yours world does.
And have you got any messages for me?
Yes, your history of your galactic families will come full circle. There is much being kept back, but not in a malevolent way or self. This is things that must be discovered on your part, such as through astral travel, you will begin to collect memories of your past. And obviously, those are the same as dreams. But also, understand this information is not known to you now because it's not important for your life here at this time, but it will. It will benefit it as time goes by. So this is why you do not have your full what you wish as to knowing your past. Does that help you?
I'm curious about that because now that I'm getting activated and I'm going through my ascension process, why is this information not being revealed when many people going through their ascension process are getting a ton of information revealed to them?
I believe it's happening slowly with you. It is. One moment. What they are telling me, your guides are saying, is that they're being easy with this information. It's like they don't want to overload you with too much, but they are slowly giving it to you, but you're just unaware of it. But as for remembering it, will come to be. I want to say in the coming days, but
this process is going to take months and years, to my knowledge, for the information to be revealed.
One moment. Give it time. I believe they're easing up on it. Sometimes they are not. They cannot make the decision on their own. It seems at times of what is best for you. They have arguments around you. If you're aware of this, so your spirits and your extraterrestrial family are sort of in a squabble right now, what to give you and what not. That is what's happening right now.
Okay, understood. Thank you for the
Yes.
information. I'll pass the mic.
If you have any other questions, please don't be afraid.
Yeah, I have a question. My name is Jay.
Yes.
I was wondering if I had any beings around me. I'm pretty sure I'm aware of one named Fasha that I've connected with and let channel through me.
What race is this?
I believe he's a Yael.
Yael? Yes. There's also reason I asked because there's a Pleiadian energy around you, and this is all I can connect with.
Okay.
There is a yin Yael, yes, but there's also a Pleiadian, a male Pleiadian around you that wishes to connect with you also. Benevolent, of course. And his message is to you: don't be afraid. You are doing well with your connections. Don't be afraid to. Obviously, you're in the beginning stages of this. Do not be afraid to let your words out. There's a Pleiadian. There's a name is not important. You will find this name on your own.
Okay.
There's also a female Pleiadian also that's connected with this one.
Yeah.
And this energies will help you in your connections and the purpose of your channeling. Everyone's channeling has a purpose, and yours has a purpose, but they are not being clear with to me what it is. It is one thing they're saying, which is obvious, to help others become accustomed to this type of communication. And also your messages will help others out of depression. So they do have a message after. Help them out of their rut. Where others are busy, not all channelers have free time and things like that. Where others channelers are busy, you will be available. That's what they say. And your messages, the right people that need your type of message will come to you automatically. They will not know how they got there, but they will find you.
Thank you. I pass the mic.
Hello.
Yes.
I have a question from Jenna. She says, "What are my abundance blocks?"
I did not hear all that. You say that again.
Question from Jenna is,
Yes.
"What are my abundance blocks?"
Abundance blocks, such as blockages and energy, things of that sort.
No idea.
She said yes.
Oh, thank you. Abundance block. I do not see these blockages. What I see is hesitation on your end to connect. As for connections, your connections are, to spirit, if I'm correct. Your channeling, I believe you wish to channel, ways to connect more spiritually, and you believe you're being blocked, but I believe this is actually hesitation on your end. Not sure you can do this. You need more. What you need is more confidence in yourself, more loving of yourself to make these connections happen. That is all I have. Unless there's a counter.
There's also a few more questions from the same person. Any messages directly for me?
And this name, person of this, again?
Jenna.
Yes, self-confidence seems to be an issue here. They wish for you to love yourself more, to center, to sometimes it feels like your energy is going in different directions. Your mind is going in 12, 13 directions. And what they wish for you is to bring all that together so you can focus more on things that are important. Instead of worrying about what will not happen, think about what could happen in a positive way. Positivity is in your energy, yes, but there is certain areas that there's hesitation there. Seems to be just the confidence level is down, and it can be much higher. That is all I have. Next.
Thank you. Same person. What can be done about radiation from Fukushima, Japan, contaminating the Pacific Ocean?
Obviously, to put yourself on a timeline where you are not affected to these things. Put it in your mind where you will not be affected by these radiation and things of that sort. I understand that some of this is exaggerated by your media. But, of course, there are still some truths to their lies. Because there is some effects, and of course on the East Coast there is effects. Of course, the easiest way is to clear your environment of, I know it sounds strange, but to clear it of negativity, to do a prayer of cleanse will help you avoid these different odors, as some would say. The radiation has died down quite a bit at this time. There are some areas that will be affected, yes, but where you are, I do not see this happening. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. I have a few questions of myself. These past 2 days, I've been losing time.
Yeah.
Like today, I lost an hour of time, and then yesterday I lost like 40 minutes. And I kind of want to know what happened yesterday and today. What's happening? I'm seeing a lot of visions of stuff that to me that didn't make sense. I had like something jump out at me and like act like it was gonna bite me. It scared the hell out of me. But I didn't experience anything else after that that seemed negative. That was like the only thing that bothered me.
The one that tried to bite you, I believe it was a lion species that tried to do this. But not to be negative, but to get your attention. You've been leaving your body, and through soul contract, actually, they actually asked you, do you want to come with us? You said, yeah, sure, but you just don't remember it. During these interactions, you've been tested, and also you've been infused with several infusions to help you with your connections and learning to speed up your learning. These are things that you asked for, and now you are receiving them. So this is to speed up your process. So that's why you lost time, if that answers your question enough.
Thank you very much for that. As in, for you said leaving my body, today I consciously tried to leave my body and meet Grindel. And I'm not sure what happened, but it felt like I could experience, from his perspective, what it looked like astrally. I was like walking through the world, like seeing everyone stare at me, and you know, it was just really odd. And you know, what happened there?
And this is during the day, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you are conscious during all of this. Yes, you are getting more. You are more alien than you realize, and this alien part of you is connecting. Your connection with others species is a lot easier than others to do so, because some come in this world and do not have. They have alien. Yes, they are extraterrestrials that reincarnate here, but they do not have. They forgot much of it, but only because through soul contract they wish to forget. But you remembered much, at least for your connection. Your connection to extraterrestrials is a thin line. It is like going into another room. So that is what is happening. Once you make this connection, you can easily pass through into another dimension. This will increase. And this increase will be as if, of course, you will not totally leave your body for a long period of time. There is a chance of that. When you leave your body, you will... It was like you're not even gone, but yes, this will be a common occurrence for you at this time and in the future. Yes, you leaving your body will actually become the norm throughout your lifetime. And this will help you connect with other extraterrestrials easier. It's sort of like unlocking a door of possibilities. That is what you're doing right now. So because your messages are going to be very unique compared to others. Of course, every channeler has a unique message, but your message will be controversial, but most are, but to unlock certain secrets of the world that are usually forbidden knowledge. This is where you're heading. That is what happens.
Thank you. Would that also explain all of the weird tingling sensations and awarenesses that I'm constantly experiencing?
Yes, you're being prepared. Yes, you're being slowly being prepared.
Okay, thank you very much. I channeled a being today named Nazar, and I was told like he worked with human colonies, and I want to know what species he is.
Yanyel, I believe. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, he was very friendly. Thank you, that's all I have. Are you open to reading questions off the chat?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to need 1 second to find out where exactly we are.
That is okay. Take your time. Also, I want to add with your previous question. Think of yourself as a child soldier, where you are young but yet growing up fast. And you will not be the only one or the last. And also, you will be able to help others as they become more aware. Because this is going to become common on the planet. Many are going to be born into your world and have the memories of other worlds. It's going to scare the hell out of them. And they'll find groups like this and people like yourself to help ground and understand it. Those that remember their galactic families will be able to, their galactic lifetimes and families, will be able to channel messages a lot clearer. I just wanted to add that.
Thank you. We have a question from Amy Stegenman. Can you tell me a past life I may have had?
Middle Ages. I believe as a peasant girl during part of your, what do you call it? Your English, past lives, your times of England during the Middle Ages. And also connected to a nobleman that was of a higher ranking than you are. You came from a very poor family and became part of, you say you left home because you had no choice. And you entered a society that you didn't quite fit in with and had to grow up, not easily, but you did meet others who had more success only because they were raised in a middle class family, as they called it at that time. And as you received this connection, your life moved in a totally different direction for the positive, of course. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, I think that's all in this chat room. Alright. We have some from Beyonce. Okay, this is for her boyfriend, David. He says, what alien DNA does he have?
Palladian. A small percentage of Zeta Gray, and a small, very small percentage of reptilian. That is all I have.
Thank you. From the same person, what is my higher self's name?
It is whatever name you wish to give your higher self. They have many names, so whatever resonates with you. This is not something I or others need to. This is a personal journey that must be discovered by yourself. At least it's encouraged. If you wish me to give your higher self a name, because at this time they. Yes, your higher self says you can figure out on your own. Thank you.
Thank you. From the same person. And is there anything about him that you can pick up on, or do you have any advice for him?
Any advice on her boyfriend? Is that what?
Yeah, like for him.
Message from Spirit is for him to be a little bit more trusting with people. Trust seems to be, yes, that's understandable in your world. Trust, understand, if he just listens to himself, his first, understand that he receives many messages, such as you meet a stranger, and instantly he will receive a message from his spirit guides. And they say, yes, this person's okay, you can talk to him. He receives this message, but then he says, oh, how are you doing? And then he pulls back and things of that order, and then the message does not go as is. So what's happening here is he's getting in the way of the message that he's receiving. So if meditation helps become more spiritually inclined, this is something you can figure out on his own. Yoga helps to connect with I believe he wishes to, but does not understand how to. And yes, there's much skepticism there, but yes, there's a small percentage of that, but also there's a part of him that's saying that, yes, this is all very real. It's just there's a small part of him that's saying, no, this is not real. That is, everyone has that. There's nothing new there. But always you must follow what you feel, but remember your first message is usually the right message. As for what is right and what is wrong. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have questions from Bianca, and she says, can you tell me what a mermaid really looks like? And in one of my past lives as a mermaid, about what year was that, and what ocean was I in? Or any details you can give me.
Actually, you had several lifetimes as a mermaid. One of them was during the time of Atlantis. The stories are true. Yes, Atlantis, some say it's in Atlantic, some say it's in the Mediterranean. It does not matter where it was. What matters is that it did exist. And you were part of this experience. And you might have a chance of actually remembering this, but you might have had a memory or two, but wasn't too sure what it was. But as for what a mermaid looks like, of course, it's not exactly like your fairy tales, but it is quite similar also. They do have gills. Some do have it behind their ears. Some are very attractive, and some are not. Some wish not to be. They're all different species of mermaids. Some are very beautiful, and some, well, in your context, that's how you look at them. But yes, your storybooks are quite similar. There are also images of them on your internet, and majority of them are correct. Where they look like fish-like being, but they do have a female face. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you tell me anything about my past lives, like the one you pick up on the most, or if I was anyone of high status, like ever a queen or anything?
This is Bianca, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you had, during the Queen of England, you were part of her court, I believe. You were of high status. You were, I believe, of course this might not be what you're looking for, but as a maidservant and things of that order, things of that sort. However, for a brief time. It did not last for very long. She went through a lot of different people at the time. As for a famous celebrity and things of that sort, you did have a lifetime during the Renaissance, during Leonardo da Vinci's time period. As for connecting to who and what, that is unavailable at this time. One moment. There's many energies there, but you were a female during this time, but also you had a male life also, where you're more of a this is very strange. Something of a sort of inventor, like a small, like a, not even say small, but like an inventor for like hobbies and things of that sort during the Renaissance period. As for getting, yes, you had many lifetimes during this. Short lifetimes, one after the other, during the Renaissance period. During the time of Michelangelo, Leonardo, very interesting. Lifetimes during the Louvre, as it's during its inception. There's many energies all across, but your guides are only giving me snippets of information. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Hello, I'm Tasha. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
I would like to know who is in my home because somebody is in my home every day making lots and lots of noise all the time.
This is someone that comes on a daily basis?
Yes, every day, constantly.
It seems like it's the friend of your roommate. Is that correct? Does that sound...
He's not very in tune with any of this at all, so I think it's definitely someone connecting with me. I just don't know who it is.
Wait, is this any more information here? Is this a entity?
It's a spirit.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's a spirit or an extraterrestrial, or maybe even Eric. Could possibly even be Eric. Channeling Eric.
This is a canine species that's been visiting you.
Every day, making
Yes.
noises in my like.
Male canine, yes. Kind of a fox features, but more fox-looking, but he's a combination of another canine also.
Because I'm feeling that they want to communicate because I don't know if it's several of them.
Yes, it's several.
It's several of them. So is it the reptilian and the gray and the canine?
Those making the noises, I believe, is still the canine.
Okay, so it's the canine.
It's
I mean,
benevolent canine, yes.
Like all day long.
This is a male canine. You can say it's like a past love.
Yeah.
That is making an appearance.
Does he want to meet me, or does he want me to?
Well, technically, he is meeting you. You're just not aware of it. That's all.
So he wants me to connect more with him.
Yes.
Okay.
As for name, is this what you're looking for, or just?
I've had someone else that Ivan was channeling told me Daryl. Does that resonate? Or is there a different name that you feel?
This is of a different energy.
Okay, great. Lots of canines. You know, my dog just passed away. Well, you don't know because this isn't Ivan, but my dog, my baby girl, just passed away in February. So I've been super, super sad about that and crying a lot. So I don't know if that's why there's even more canines connecting with me at this time.
Yes,
I don't know where she's at right now.
She is on the other side. She is happy. Her mind is clear, unlike when she was on your world when it was not so clear.
Yeah.
It was more cloudy. As for this canine being, one moment.
Sure.
Is a male. The name he gives me is Ishta, but that might not be totally correct, but okay. Ishta, just go with that. It's a male canine. Someone you knew him in a past life. He sees that you're lonely at times, so he's visiting you. Noises are coming from him. And also there's other spirits in your room also, your place of home.
Mm-hmm.
There are those that have passed over are visiting you at this time. Little girl and an older woman.
A little girl and an older woman?
Yes. This is a house, correct? Yes.
House.
The name I've received is Jezebel from the female, the mother, I believe.
But these aren't my hybrid children, are they?
No, they are not. They're
spirits that were.
They're spirits. They're ghosts.
Okay.
As you would call them.
And they're family relatives?
Not of yours.
Not of mine?
No.
But they're here visiting me, or they're just here visiting the house?
They're visiting the house.
Okay. And do they need help?
Crossing over?
Yes.
That would be good. Yes, okay. There's some sort of car accident past that they have. And they've been wandering around ever since, it seems. That's what I received.
But you don't feel the male that actually committed suicide in this house anymore, right?
I believe he crossed over.
Okay.
Finally.
So there's a little girl and a woman, and maybe the canine can help me help them cross over?
Is a possibility. Yes. It is a possibility. It all depends on what's on his schedule.
He's here every day. Somebody is here constantly. I mean, I'm not kidding you.
It is a canine being.
Okay. Okay.
But there are spirits there, sort of seeing what you're doing, and you're attracting other spirits, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But these spirits can also cross over. They are attracted by your aura, your love, and things of that order. So they're, of course, they see what they want to see. So that is why they're there. But also for there are Zetas that are close by. Reptilian, I am not seeing a reptilian at this time. Unless you are seeing something different. I do not see this reptilian.
I'm feeling the canine being a lot. Yeah. I wasn't quite sure. Because, again, I mean, it's non-stop noises. So,
I think he'll finally get himself. The two of you will work it out.
okay. I just didn't know if there was something I should do to make a connection, or if it's just...
Yeah, just talk to him. That's it. Or meditation might help, whatever works for you.
Okay. I'll pass the mic. Thank you. It was lovely meeting you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. We have a question from Bianca, and I love art. I like to paint and draw and write. I have an interest in attempting to do automatic writing, and I'd love to dance. Is there any way for me to get any helpful and creative telepathic downloads from the entities around me to help me improve these areas?
Yes, there is a Palladian entity around you at this time. But also you yourself can, because there's also hesitation on your end of how you can do this. You must trust this information that's coming through. You already have the downloads. You must trust it to come through your soul, you could say. Because these things are already there, waiting for you to accept them. They're all there. There are also, this Palladian that's around you can help you with your connection. You just must trust the information as it comes through. It will come through as I said, it's already there. You just have to recognize it, that it is there, and you can do the things that you wish. Thank you.
Thank you. Our last question is, I'm curious, is there any connection between all of us who are listening to this channeling right now? Like, do any of us have past life together or anything like that?
Yes, of course. You are all reconnecting to each other. Somehow, somewhere, you all had a lifetime where you at least passed by each other, or always had a decent conversation. Understand, even the girl at the checkout counter at your grocery store, you probably had a past life with. You just don't remember it. So all of you here, yes, you could say you all had a contract to all meet here to get all this information, to remember who you are, and then to reconnect. To not just reconnect with each other, but to spread your knowledge to others and bring them into the fold. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next questions is from Raven. What is it like where you live?
It is peaceful with nature. There's a harmonic sound that goes through our world daily to help us with our vibrations, to help us with our spirituality, to keep our spirits up. Always there is music in the air, of instrumental music. We are all part of nature. But we all live in a society, such as your similarities will be kind of like your Greek, ancient Greece. In some ways, it's very similar to that, but of course more modernized as for technology and as for architecture. Thank you.
Thank you. From the same person, we have what makes you happy?
Communicating with you, communicating with my other half, meaning wife, communicating with my children. But right now, well, of course, with society, with our friends and loved ones, just as you have, without all the drama and things of that sort, but also to connect with others such as yourselves. This is the highest excitement, or this is, I don't want to wish use his words, but this is my excitement. This is my passion, you could say. This is more of a word you use. On your planet, this passion is it's a desire to help your world come full circle, become awakened to its surroundings. Thank you.
Thank you. From the same person, last question. What do you love?
I believe that was answered in the second question.
Okay. From Raven again, we have, did something occur globally at 1 p.m. yesterday, Eastern time? Maybe something to do with angels.
What you are seeing, yes, you're becoming more aware of your surroundings. Yes, there's always a happening on your world. At 1 o'clock, there was a visitation by many angels on your planet, more than usual. But this happens often, but you become more aware of it, which is pretty exciting on your side, because you are seeing and feeling these things. Because at one time you were an angel, so you can identify their essence. But yes, at 1 o'clock there was much happening, such as a visitation of love on your world, because it was much needed for those that are, you could say, in depression state and things of that order. Many angels came to lift their spirits in some way, at least put them into a state of mind where they aren't so bringing them down so much, which many do on your world. Such as, instead of being depressed, they put their mind on sports and things of that, something that's familiar to them to break them out of depression. This is what you felt. And there's more to it than that, but that is part of the story. Thank you.
Thank you. From the same question, do you see a positive outcome happening with my crush / love interest and me?
Such as an outcome, I believe they will patch things up, to put it that way. Did I answer that correctly? What was the outcome of the relationship?
Yeah, do you see a positive outcome?
Yes, I believe they will patch it up. They will take time. They have many differences, and these differences are they're not clinging together at this time, but they will eventually they will make a compromise and find their attraction or love, whatever word you wish to use. And the spark, they will notice that there is a spark there after all. Sort of they're rekindling their relationship, you could say. Thank you.
Thank you. From the same person, do you have any guidance for me?
to be more positive. Of course you are, but to be more positive, say that anyway. To also find a direction that feels right for you and to go for it. At this time, you're not going for anything. What's lacking, I wouldn't say lacking, that is not a good word, but what you are not doing is you're not taking a chance with something. Instead, you are looking but not doing anything with your life. You must go for it. Take a chance. Try something. Whatever that suits you, such as work or creative endeavors, just take the leap instead of observing and thinking all day. These things are not getting you anywhere. You are not going where you belong. And this is what's causing a rift between other people because you're still not finding your niche in the world. Well, understand, you must try things to find your true direction. Thank you.
Thank you. From the same person, how do we remain neutral?
That all depends on yourself. This is just your that question is kind of neutral, or do you wish to be of love? Neutral doesn't always mean love. It means love, but not the same way. It's sort of kind of love, but not the full embrace of love. So this is something that you have to find out where you want to be. Do you want to be a loving person or a neutral person where you're like you are in between of ideas? Even answering that question is quite difficult because, at least in our society, there are different types of neutral, you can say. But ours is of a loving environment, but even an embrace of love. And neutral means, it does not always mean you are going to be one of love. So that one is hard for me to answer because that is not where we are at this time. So this is something that you must, is it's what you want, then you will understand it on your own. But of course, of a loving nature, I understand that. One moment. I'm looking at it from a totally different perspective. Yes, to love those from all directions, positive and light. To have to stay in this is to love both sides and to always still to make yourself, what words are on your mind, to make it public, to be verbal about what's on your mind. This is what, because understand, your words, even if you are in a neutral perspective, your words of love and kindness, things of that order, will help the two sides still congregate. But if you are just saying mute through all this, it is not easy to be a neutral being at that time. I know it seems hard to understand. Of course, I am not getting this. That question does not resonate with me for some reason. It's just our way of thinking is not something that is. It just doesn't. It's not a comfortable question for us. Thank you.
Thank you. We have one from Mr. Lewis, and he says, "Could you tell me about my most recent past life?"
We'll see. Got it. I'm gonna go get her back. I see. Yeah.
He said, what was his recent lifetime? That was his question?
Yes.
I believe it's a. I believe there's a life as a Zeta Gray. On your world, on this world, I have Zeta Gray. I will leave you with that. Thank you.
Thank you. His second question is, what kind of starseed am I?
Can I have his name again?
Mr. Lewis.
Lewis, starseed. You are a Palladian starseed. Thank you.
Thank you. What is my purpose in this lifetime?
One moment. Re-energizing. Purpose is many things. Is to congregate with others, to connect, to be upfront about your feelings, not to hold things back, which is not always easy on your world. As a purpose, there are many. Explore is one of them. To gather knowledge, to not just gather it, but to send it out to others. To gather and to deploy it to those. This exploring this knowledge is more of hidden knowledge with, I believe you have a psychic connection where you can accept downloads. We call it automatic writing. We have a capability of doing things like that. You can be able to receive messages that others are not capable or able to for different reasons. You all have a unique mission here on this earth. The automatic writing is one of your talents, and I believe you have the ability to tap into other energies such as extraterrestrial energies, history of the world energies, things of that sort, to make it public to others. Thank you.
Thank you. From Raven again, we have, what connections do I have with angels?
Past life connections. During, once again, Middle Ages. Middle Ages was a time when you were an angel. There was much need for angels at that time. It certainly is now, too, which is always the case. During the Middle Ages, there was a dark period. And I say Middle Ages, that is kind of been skirting into the Dark Ages also, where you were a healer and were a angel of many blessings and energies, mostly around children. Your mission was around children because, of course, they were the most vulnerable. You were a protector of children during the times of war, and you were even protecting those that will grow up to eventually be warriors themselves, to fight battles and things of that sort. You were there watching over the future leaders of that time. Thank you. And my energy levels are draining out at this time. I might have to exit. That is okay.
Much love. Thank you very much for coming. Hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Much love.
Hopefully we can reconnect in the future.
Yes, welcome back anytime. Thank you.
Thanks, Neiman.
Thank you. Much love to you all. Your ascension is in the right direction. Embrace it. Give it love, and it will return that love with your awakening, with your eyes opening more than ever before. So when you go to sleep at night, you are, of course, awakened, but when you wake up in the morning, you do not go to sleep anymore. You will no longer be in the dream world. Blessings to you all.
Greetings, friend. Hey, do you kind of feel dizzy right now? Do you kind of feel,
Yeah, you got, yeah, yep.
well, that's what it's like being high marijuana. Just want to give you. So if you've never done it, so there you go. Now you know what it's like.
Yeah, I feel dizzy right now a little bit. Jeez. That was very light, but yeah, it came from like this direct behind me or right here. Interesting. Good stuff.
Hey, I want to share a story with you, man. There's a whole thing in the chat yesterday. There's a whole story I wrote, but don't worry about it. I'll tell you. So yesterday I was like making a sandwich, and I was in the kitchen, and all of a sudden this old man like pops in my head, and he's like, "Hey son, like trust your instincts, trust yourself." And I was like, huh, all right. And I was like, man, that guy sounds so familiar. I didn't know where it was, so I made my sandwich. I got my room set up, sat down to watch this movie. I'm watching this movie, and halfway through the movie, man, that actor pops up, and it was that guy. And I was like, there is no amount of coincidence that could justify what happened. Like, of all the movies I could have picked, I picked that one with the same guy. Like,
that's
awesome. Guy. I heard him when I saw him, and I was like, dude, that guy looks so familiar. And you gave me the message. You're like, whenever you meet him, you're gonna recognize him. And I'm like, I met him, and I was like, dude, I recognize you.
Oh, that's cool, man.
And then the link is like, I don't know if you've ever seen The Big Lebowski, but it's that old guy. I don't know his real name. His name is
Cowboy.
Yeah, the old cowboy from The Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah. That's so cool, man.
Sam Elliott, is that the name? Sam Elliott?
That sounds really familiar. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
He was in Roadhouse.
No, he's not dead. No,
he's not dead?
My spirit guide takes the form. He said, when your spirit guide shows himself to you, he'll come where you recognize him.
Oh, okay.
As soon as he came here, I recognized him. And I was like, man, I just don't know what his name is. I was like, that guy. And,
that's cool. That is very cool.
Yeah.
That's that's awesome. Okay. We have a lot of questions on there.
Yeah, we're about halfway through now.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Ivan?
I'm feeling all right. All right, give me a second.
Yeah, just take your time. There's no hurry, so.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
When you channel, or I guess when anyone channels, when we ask a question, are you able to? Because I've heard in the past, like you know how you're able to see around that person, maybe who's. Are you able to see around that person who's asking the question, or what do you actually see when they're answering our question? What do you see like near me, or?
Well, it depends on what you ask. If you ask for like beings, like what, like do I have what is around me? Sometimes I can see who's around you. I can see their energy. You know, if it's a reptilian or if it's someone passed over, things like that, or spirits. Depending, there's angels I can see sometimes. Things of that order. If you wonder what I can see.
Okay, that's really cool.
Can't see you exactly, like if you're in your
You
pajamas.
can't see. Like what's in my entire room? What
So you
room
can't
I'm
see
sitting
what
in?
you're. No, you can't see that. Oh, should yeah, eating ice cream or whatever, you can't see that. Usually, I mean, if you could tap into that, which isn't really the whole purpose of this, so.
Yeah, careful what you wish for, Amy.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't a wish. I was just wondering before I continue asking questions. You know, it's just.
Okay.
I just wonder what you were able to see.
Just whatever you ask, and we just go right into what you have asked. So that's how it works.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we have a Pleiadian channel. Somebody that's familiar with asking questions. So. All right. I'll see you later.
See you soon.
Hello, I am Alfonso. Call one. Greetings to you all.
Greetings.
I'm here to help continue with your experiment, as we call it. Your conversation. Continue, please.
You just want to continue asking questions?
Yes.
Okay. Well, how are you today, man? How are you? How are you feeling?
I am fine. We are visiting your world at a high intensity. Exploring others as they react to different mindsets as your world changes over. It is in the movement of opening up, but of course it has hesitation there, but that is fine. That is expected. But as your world is cracking like an egg, as we call it. It is going well, just slow, but the hesitation there is quite abundance of it, but it is quite common. At this time, the Nordics, many of us, are congregating throughout your planet, North America, Asia areas. Sort of, you could say we are testing the waters to see, we are testing out scenarios, you could say, through timelines as we prepare for your ascension. Of course, you are on ascension, but the world global ascension we are preparing. So we are at this time analyzing certain timelines of where some might fall into, and hopefully they will not, but we understand that many will fall into a timeline of being unable to wake up, to continue this sleep. But many of you are, as the other one was saying, you will go into, yes, when you go to sleep at night, you will actually awaken. And when you wake up, you go back to sleep, because this is a dream world. But realize, especially you, Hunter, you are all, as you wake up, you are still part of your true reality. It is there, but is not there, but this will becoming more apparent around you, where you are part of you are no longer in a sleep state. All of you are heading in this direction, where you no longer, when you are speaking to your extraterrestrial families and those in the spirit world, you are speaking to them all day, all night, without experiencing the dream world. But this is in your future. But this veil is thinning out. It is quite exciting for us. And it should be mostly for you, because this is what some of you have been waiting for. Understand, I have one more message before we begin. That many that we speak to in the astral state, that live among your world, your dream world, as is the real, of course they call it the real world, they wish not to wake up. This is getting fascinating, because many wish not to wake up, because they are enjoying their dream world. They're enjoying their money, their movies, their TV, things of that sort. It's hard for them to let go. They have the option, and we speak to them, and they say, I don't want any part of that. I don't want an alien at my breakfast table. But it is inevitable, but they still wish to not see it as you progress. Anyway, I had to put that out there. Carry on.
Thank you very much for your words.
Before we begin, how are you?
Other than I'm losing my mind, pretty good.
Get used to it.
Yeah, you're telling me, but
it is a good way, though. It's not.
Yeah. Although sometimes I feel like I fell off the deep end.
Yes, well, you came here in this world a little bit more awakened than others. And now you're with others that understand your state of mind, and now you are waking up even more. So, get ready.
Thank you. Our first question is from Zeta Gray 1218. I saw a white formation of light outside my window about 2 years ago. What was this?
It's a Pleiadian energy. This energy is a sign to him that things will be alright. That he has family in the galactic universe, and they are watching him carefully. I believe he knows this, but still it is tough for him to reside on this planet. We see that. I think he's getting better, but it takes time, but he will eventually relax. There is much friction around him, but he will relax. He is a beautiful soul, which all of you are. But this one, he is unstable, which is understandable because of his galactic memories and things, and he understands this world is of chaos, war, disease, a world that he does not wish to be a part of. But of course, he contracted here. The reason he came here is to give the world messages from his galactic family, which are many of you. You're going to hear the same story because many of you, or all of you, are here for the same story. You all have messages from your galactic families, and all these messages will be different. And I think I talked too much. Go ahead, sir. Please move on to the next one.
Thank you. We have a next one from Alan. Did my heart stop when I left my body and saw Jesus?
Yes, it did. Yes, his body. He said his heart, correct. His heart, yes, his heart did stop, but only for a moment, not in a death state or anything like that. In this state of mind, it was of clarity for him to know his origins, that he at one time in his lifetime knew Lord Jesus. And that as well I have, yes. Please, the next one.
Oh, hey, I just remembered a question. Are you related to me in any way?
In some ways, yes. In this, yes, that helped. Distraction was cluttering my thinking. Thank you for that. It's more clear when I have distractions. Relation to you and I, yes. I don't know if we talked about this before. Yes, we do. Yes, you had lifetimes with tall blondes. I believe as a Zeta, if you are remembering this, you had a life as a Zeta Gray. It was interesting, let's put it that way. And we interact with Zetas all the time, and that's where we knew each other. During this Earth's humble beginnings. So, we are all old fogies here.
Thank you. All right. We have another one from Magician. Can you go in more detail as to what happened in the dream I had of my past life when my mother heard me screaming in my dream?
My understanding, his mother heard him. Oh, he was screaming while he was having the dream. Is that correct? Yes. He was having a past life where he was being murdered, I believe. Time period of this, I believe, is early 20th century. I don't have my times right, but 1900s. I believe he was. Of course, correct me if I'm wrong. The energies I'm receiving is he was murdered during the 1920s. He was like a gangster of some sort. And he was he had gang-like connections, and he was murdered during this interaction. He wasn't like a hardcore criminal, but he was within a mobster environment. I believe it was in Chicago also. That is all I have.
Thank you. From the same person, what connections do I have with reptilians and greys?
And this person's name again? Sorry. I get caught up. You have that name again? Sorry, if any of you type it.
No problem. No problem.
Now you get,
damn it, I forgot it.
my words get.
Yeah,
Magician.
Magician, thank you. And what connections he has with Zetas and things of that sort, or. Sorry. Yes, through your lifetime with Zetas and Greys, reptilians, is you have many heavy lifetimes within these two The Zetas, it was very negative at times. During the Reptilians, I believe you're part of a war between the Reptilians and the Zetas. Also, you're part of. One moment. During the Reptilians, as they were, you could say, they had a part in the creation of the Zeta Greys. They had a part in their creation. At least one part in it. And you were in that lifetime as a reptilian. Your reptilian lifetimes are many. I would say in the hundreds at least. And the Zetas also a little bit less than that. But they're all, in your reptilian lifetime, some are very violent. Only because they're going through a violent time in their history. As for draconian connections, I do not see that. We had other reptilian connections that are during their harsh times. Let's put it that way. As for which reptilian this is, it's not the draconians, but it is one step away from that. If that helps you, that is what I have for that. Thank you for that question.
Thank you. Okay. This is from Zeta Gray, 1218 again. We said, sorry, that's not for
That's okay.
asking. Okay. Marina Rodri, back in the late 1990s when me and Natalie went to Lake Georgia for New Year's and we met Ty, something happened and hang on, there's not all the details here.
It's okay. Take your time. It's okay.
Okay, the details aren't here, but I want this question asked. It's probably been asked for a while now. Ty, they made him leave without a coat or something, and they're wondering if he died, and if so, what year. His name is Ty, and from Marina Rodri 1.
Someone by the name of Ty died at what time period?
It would be around the 1990s, and it was with this woman named Marina and Natalie. They went to Lake Georgia and met Ty, and then something happened, and they're wondering if he died, and if so, what year, if you can.
One moment. There's a feline in the background crying, so I must disconnect from that. Crying at the door. It's not helping my connection. So maybe be clear, this person, Ty, that died, and they wish to have a time date of when this happened during the 1990s. Is that correct?
Yes, around there, and like, what was his cause of death?
Moment. I've received heart failure, but I can't be completely sure of this. Understand this. Connecting with one's energies is I do not believe this person has crossed over at this time. Of course, it's been a long time. They are not connecting with me to give me this information. One moment, I must see if anyone else is around here that can help deliver some assistance. And you said the 1990s, correct? Or late 1990s? You said 1990s, correct?
Yes.
The year I'm getting is 1992. Of what happened, I still feel heart failure. It was a combination of things, the disease of the heart and mental state was a part of this one's demise or passing. However you want to say it. My connection is so-so on this, but I believe that's correct. I would not say it was an act of violence, but a stage of depression that was in this person that was somewhat the cause of this death. A mental breakdown is what I feel. Of course, there might be others a part of this. That is all I have. Thank you for that question. That was wonderful. Hopefully it was.
Thank you. For Magician 126, what was my last incarnation for this? Did we already answer that? I'm sorry.
Yes, I believe so. I heard that. I think so. I think it might have been the other entity that answered that.
Okay, cool.
I can't be sure.
From Valerie Stevens, any messages from my grandparents on the other side?
Yes, that they love you very much. There is an elderly woman that visits you constantly, sending you love and kisses, and something about chocolate she brings up. Something where chocolates, Valentine's, chocolates is a big thing. I guess that played a big role in her life, and yours at time, maybe at one time. She says eat plenty of chocolates. That is her message. Thank you for that question.
Thank you. This one is from Melissa. I'll just use Melissa. Do I have any messages this time?
You have many. There's an elderly gentleman on the other side of that which is connected to you. A fatherly figure, unless, I don't believe this is your father, a fatherly figure that has, be careful who you are friends with, and to trust your instincts, but be careful who you are friends with. There's a huge indication there of untrustworthy within friends. Some friends aren't who they seem to be, it seems. I'm getting club type of environments and things of that sort. This might be from the past, present, cannot tell. But this is a club environment where some aren't always who they seem, who you are encountering. Thank you for that question.
Thank you. We have one from Zeta Gray 1218. I see a white flashing light in the sky, similar to lightning, but it's every night. What is this?
I believe it is a ship. It's caused by a ship. My feeling is from the Zeta Grays. I believe they even call him out to outside to even see this light, to just show reassurance that they love him. They understand his time here is very rough. So this is their way of connecting with him. They can't connect to him the way they wish to, because understand this is part of your ascension. This is part, I'm sorry, I should rephrase that. It's part of this is part of your timeline. You chose to be a part, and yes, you're a part of the dream state, and they cannot make themselves fully known to you at this time, but they will. Thank you for that question.
Thank you. Man, people's names. God. We have one from Ryan. Are there any messages for me?
Ryan. There are many. Moment. There are many angels around you at this time, protecting you, sending you music, certain types of music to cheer you up at times of. When you hear a song in your head, that is from an angel, actually, to raise your vibration to give you a sense of calmness in this world of turmoil. Also, and this is not just for you, this is for others. Also, there is a Zeta Gray presence around you. There is like a family of Zetas around you at this time, even children that are around you. You are one of their loved ones, and as for them to give you a message that is all they say. But they do have interesting, something to do with mathematics. Some sort of connection between them and mathematics and this person, Ryan. Either they helped him with his math test or something around those lines. They're not being totally clear on their message. But that is what I have for that. Thank you for that message. Thank you for that question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have one from Holly.
Yes.
Do I have any messages from my galactic family?
Interesting. You have a Palladian connection, I believe so. And in this connection, I see a hybrid child within this family. Are you aware of this? This hybrid child, I believe, is yours, but I cannot be completely sure. I believe so. This is a Palladian child. This was set up beginning before you even entered this world, I believe. And he is doing well. I believe it is a boy, and he is doing well. And that's all they have to say about that. They're not giving me any more information. This is private information. Not sure if you knew of this. That's all I have. Thank you for that question.
Thank you very much. We have one from Miss Cindy Lee. I'm trying to activate my third eye by healing my pineal gland through sun gazing. Is this very effective? And if so, are chemtrails making sun gazing less effective?
This is not. Your spirituality is where there is different elements there. Spirituality is a way to unlock your third eye, to cleanse it. You don't necessarily have to use, yes, the sunlight does help. Yes, that helps tremendously. As for chemtrails, you can clear those out. So I believe you're on the right path. Also, moonlight will help also with your third eye. Meditations, ones I mentioned. Yoga helps also to open your third eye. Yoga in a nature environment also is much recommended. These elements, also you have fairies around you and elves around you during this time in nature to help you connect and help you open up. Of course, when your third eye opens up, you might see things that you do not believe are real, but in truth are real. So these are elements you can use to help you be connected. Thank you for that question.
Thank you very much. From the same person, we have also, which extraterrestrial species do I have close connections to, and are there any messages for me?
And this is the same person, correct?
Yes, Miss Cindy Lee.
You have, of course, I'm connected to Zetas in many ways. You have Zetas around you at this time. Palladians, Arcturians, they visit you often. Very often, I should say. Some from Sirius visit you. They keep an eye on you from a distance. But your Arcturian energies around you are deep. So this is something you might want to explore over time. Did she ask for messages from them? I did not hear everything. That is all I have for that. Thank you for that question. I think that's...
Did you answer the messages part?
That is what I was unsure. I get so caught up in my thoughts I forget the question.
No worries.
Messages from your galactic families is mostly from Arcturians. Your spirituality is most important to them, and you are at a level, but not the level they wish you to be at. Of course, they're going at your pace. But you can be at a higher level where your third eye is wide open, where you can see the world for as it is. At this time, you are not at that level. I do not believe so, but your potential is enormous. If you wish to go this route, you can see, I would say, everything. Eventually, you will see the world for what it is and as it is. Meaning you will see the truth and the lies very easily. Of course, you probably see that now, but you will see it easier as your vibration increases. And this is not just a message for you, this is a message for others, because the vibrations on your world are going up. Meaning you can see a fraud from a mile away is what I'm getting at. And that goes for all of you here. You are getting stronger in your energies. So your awareness is increasing, and in this increase, you become stronger, and those that carry lies will realize that their lie only lasts a few seconds because it burns out after the second word. So it depends on where you wish to be spiritually. Thank you for your question.
All right, thank you very much. One from Valerie Stevens. Can you tell me if an entity saved me when I fell into my cellar and broke my ribs? Should have been much more worse. Should have been much more worse.
And she's asking if somebody saved her?
Yes.
An angel or somebody? She's not sure who
Anything.
it was. I believe there were angels around there that were helping her stop her fall. 2 angels. Names are not quite important at this time. I believe Gabriel was there at that time. And your soul contract was not for you to hurt yourself. Let's put it that way. If your soul contract does not have you hit by a car, you will not be hit by a car. And if it is in there, you will. Things like not always, but accidents do happen, but yes, you were protected. Not just your angels, these were also spirit guides that were assisting, but mostly angels that were part of your helping hand, you can say. Thank you for your question.
Okay, thank you very much. One from Reckoning. Is my twin flame doing well? And how am I helping her on Earth?
Twin flame, that is not... I might need more information for that.
Soulmate.
Yes, I understand that, but... I would need a name to better be able to connect to this person.
Okay, then I'll move on to the next one.
Yes.
We have one from... damn it. Anna Marl Hassan.
That's okay.
I have a group channeling, so to speak. Okay, sorry, that's not even a question. Sorry.
No worries.
Okay, we have one from Oscar Tom, and he says, "What is my purpose for being here? Life has been disrespected."
Don, your perception of it, right now you're playing the victim instead of... Understand, on your side of the world, you should become more stable, where you do not love yourself as much as you should. Actually, the love for yourself is very weak at this time. If you love yourself more, you become less like a victim, and then you can take control over your life. And then you will find your path. Remember, you must love yourself the way you look, the way you talk, the way you tell yourself that you are smart. Do not care what others think. Do your best. But that is even not enough. Love yourself. You love yourself, you will no longer be a victim of this world. This is what you're falling into, which is understandable. This is not an easy place to be a part of, so you're not being judged here. But to surround yourself with love, meditation helps. You will find your path. Connecting with nature helps. If you find nothing to do, if nature's calling you out, do something that inspires you, that makes you feel better about yourself, something that lights your fire. In that fire, you will find your direction. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. We have one from Symmetry. Do I have a soulmate in this lifetime?
Yes, you have many, but you have not connected with them at this time. There is many things that you must accomplish before you make these connections. Of course, you can meet them sooner, but it all depends on you. Where are you with yourself at this time? If you feel like you're yes, these people are out there, your soulmates or kindred spirits, however you want to word it. But right at this time, you're not on the same track as they are. You are on a different one because you're of a place of discovery, is what it seems to this frame of mind that I am tapping into at this time. This frame of mind, is good, but you're on a growth spur at this time. And a relationship sometimes does not help that. But as for when you would connect to this person, it is unknown. It is. Let's put it this way: this person does exist, but connecting with this one will take time. It is something you have to be comfortable. You have to be set within yourself, meaning more confident. You feel like I found my way in the world, and I am accomplishing what I wish, and I will attract the right person when the time is right. I will leave you with that. Thank you for your question.
Thank you very much. We have one for Valerie Stevens again. She says, am I related to Cleopatra? Does she have a message for me?
Valerie Stevens connected. Second. Yes, I do see you have a connection with her as a cousin or something in those sorts. Something in those lines. You were part of her time period. You were there, you knew her. A message for Cleopatra. She says, do not worry about these things. But what makes you happy is to remember the times you had during that lifetime. No, one moment. She was very easy to connect with. Message to you is this is common, to be more confident of what you want and confident of yourself. That way when you're speaking, you're confident of your words instead of you speak and then you say, sometimes you want to take things back or things of that sort. There's a confidence level that she wants to help you with. Help you improve, whatever word that is. This will, one moment. These things that you wish to accomplish, she can help you with. There's many things on your plate, and with her energies, she can help you accomplishment. I feel there's many creative things in your mind at this time. But that is what I'm feeling at this moment, at this second, I should say. Thank you for your question. How many more do we have before I? If it's a lot, then I might have to.
2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. There's a lot. Some of these have like apparently novels that come with them.
I can answer 3 more. My energies are going down.
Okay. I have a question from the chat. Jose Rivera would like to know what entities are around him.
Zeta Gray, Palladians, Octurians. A moment. And you have a connection with the Orion constellation, meaning insectoids, humanoids, things of that sort. Thank you for your question.
He also just wants them to make their presence more known to him.
The insectoids would do this. You have a firm connection with them. They will. You might not believe what you see. Let's put it that way. Thank you.
Okay, Hunter. Just want to know if you have any news update or message for me. Mark?
Yes. Yes, Mark. One moment. There are, interesting, this is coming to norm around here. Many Zeta Grays have messages for you, such as they've been monitoring your transmissions and your downloads. And they are giving you more insights to other species. This will come at a later date. There are some that are not easy for your third density to understand, so they're going to be careful with that. But there are many to come that are, I believe you had a message like this before, strange ones. They're working on trying to make these things make some sense.
Okay, that's probably the message about yesterday. Many image in my head, face, body, before I sleep.
Yes, whatever you're given, if you can, you do this already, right? You're piecing it together. That would help, because these are entities that are not known. Hear that? They're not well known, but they are
not well known are to send the message to me or something like that.
Yeah, so send a message to you, and you can sort of piece together what they are talking about, who they are. Let's put that. That makes sense?
In the way they will take place by themselves, or they try to figure out to build the message for me?
Yeah, so they're building the message for you, yes.
Okay, yeah.
And when you get it, you'll be piecing it together as you receive it. That is what they're saying.
Okay, it's that kind of new...
that was very strange.
I think it's... anyway,
okay.
Hunter. Okay, thanks.
Any of you here have a question, that is fine. I'll stay for these. If any of you here have a question on your mind, I'll be happy to answer it before I exit. If there is none, I will.
I have one. Oh, actually, Rainey has a question right here. Does Chris have any messages for me?
I have to ask, is this someone that's crossed over, somebody that's at the football game, or is someone that's crossed over? Okay, Chris, one moment. He says he's doing fine. He said something with his head. He had issues with his head that caused his death, he says. That is fine now. He's even saying like schizophrenia or something along those lines also. He is doing fine. Do not worry about him. He is well with spirit. The women here are beautiful, he says. The water here is beautiful. The architecture is beautiful. Heaven is everything what they say it is, and much, much more. Also, he's found true love over there. Of course, you are his true love also, but he's found true love there. And he's always connected with you. He's always around you at all times. Do not feel that he's neglecting you in any way. And something about hamburgers, but I don't know what that means. Is there... That's...
Hi, this is Neil.
Yes.
Hi, I was just wondering if there's any messages for me regarding me learning to channel. If there's any messages, like any help any help in any way.
Glad you thought asked that. Yes, you are technically channeling right now. You're just unaware of it. You are receiving messages from spirit, from galactic families. You have many Palladians with you at this time that are helping you with your discoveries. These things are... See, many of you came to this world to discover it. That is the whole part of being here, is to puzzle it all together. That is the adventure. It gives you a charge out of life. And some do come here with remembering everything, but not everything. But yes, your channelings will increase over time. If you wish to channel as this is channeling, that is a possibility for you if you wish it. That might take some time because you have much you wish to jot down. So it is up to you what feels right. But you are channeling as you speak. And more of it will become clear over time.
Yeah, there's times where I can actually feel.
Yes.
I can actually feel it when I'm listening to channelings. I can actually feel myself slipping into the state. And sometimes, like I was watching the Galactic Languages, the language gyms the other day, and sometimes I'll slip into the channeling state when that's happening as well. One of the things that I'm finding hard is because I'm interested in the information that comes through in channelings, I find it hard to totally switch off because I'm trying to listen to what I'm saying as I'm saying it. So I'm sort of like 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you know. That's what I was looking for advice on. How can I allow myself to go deeper into it?
When you say channel, how do you explain your channeling such as a spirit is?
Actually sitting down in a chair and allowing our entity to come within. And
come within yourself?
To come within me, yes.
That's channeling through you, like through your head or through your back?
Yes,
or whatever.
yes.
Okay.
That's some ways that I do, but other times, like I'm sitting just now, I can feel the energies coming in me just now, and they're sort of assisting me in a little bit in the way I'm talking just now, but in a different way.
Yes, your abilities are... Well, that's an indication that you are very ready for this connection. So yes, I believe you are able to channel as it is happening, as this is channeling right now. You have this ability. It might take time for you to get used to this. It all depends on what you're resonating. What feels right for you. If this feels right, just as it's going, just stick with it. If it feels like you need a trans channel, then do that. What feels right to you?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you very much for that. Much love to you.
Much love to you.
I'm curious, just before, do I am in position to make any form of channeling consciously?
Yes, I think so. Technically, you're just like him, doing the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same message. What feels right with you? What resonates?
Okay, thanks.
I also have a question about channeling. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That is fine. That is fine.
So you here control, in a sense, our bodies and our movements. You can open Ivan's eyes and move his arms around, of course, and stuff like that. How much can you do? Could you get up and walk in the room and say, "Hi, Mom," and freak her out? You know?
Yes, but we might lose connect. Yes, but slowly. Yes, with help. Of course, I am connected here, but yes, it's of course this channel can disconnect, but yes, I can, but I have to do everything slowly.
Okay. Now, my second question is, when I'm channeling, I feel as if I can feel the entity's hands over or like above mine.
Yes.
So, am I moving his arms too when he's moving mine?
To a sense, yes. It's you're just more aware of it.
Okay.
You can control. Understand movement. Your movement helps the connection. So it's either you moving or the entity is moving. It's both of you moving. At this time, it's both moving at the same time. It's this channel has, or conduit is a better word, or Ivan, lets us control his movements because it helps our connection. So we are in control, but he can always take control anytime he wishes. But for us to channel it easier is for us to just do as we wish, at least for communication reasons, of course.
Okay. And I guess my last question is, do you work in the colonies? Are you on Gerfignier or are you in a ship?
We are Gerfignier. We are not part of Gerfignier. We are communications. Of course, we have a different way of looking at things. We are mostly with the Galactic Federation of Light. So we are communications with them, and their people get back with your people and things like that. We have a certain way. We are connected with them through communication-wise. We are helping with ascension spiritually. On a ground level, we are here on the ground of your planet. We have bases underground. We have ships. Some are above your New York City. At this time, we have one around the Florida area. We have bases underwater also. So we have places everywhere. But most of us are ground crew in your deck of the woods, you could say. You just cannot see us, that's all.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you very much for coming. Much love. I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you present in Canada too?
Yes, we do have a presence in Canada. We like your beard. It's supposed to be a joke.
Yeah.
If it's okay, if Ivan has enough energy, do you mind if I just expand on what we were talking about there? Just one last
Yes,
question.
if you have a quick one, yes, please do. So.
It's just about downloads. Could you explain to everybody how downloads work and exactly what they are, just in case people don't know what they are? And maybe there's aspects I don't know.
Everyone receives downloads all the time for languages, things of that sort. You will get an infusion of energy through your mind, usually through your head. That's usually where they happen. Of information that might be used for later. These downloads are like a library in your head, basically. It's just like you're having a book put in your head, basically.
So is that a form of channeling as well, then?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's everything. Thank you so much.
It's just energy, that's all.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes,
Much
let's go.
Thank you.
Much love.
Thank you.
Say hello to Doug Vader for us.
Doug Vader is doing well, if you wish.
Give you permission to make contact with me when necessary, when possible.
Yes. Thank you. Greetings all.
Hello, Ivan. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I think your cat wants to see you.
Yeah, they're outside having a heart attack.
Hey, sorry, I wanted to apologize. I didn't know that this button here, I thought that only I would see it. I didn't know it would affect everyone, so I just wanted to apologize.
Oh,
I don't even know what I did wrong. I did something. I don't know what I did.
Don't worry about it. There's a lot of stuff I don't understand either.
It's okay, Hunter. You learned something. We learned today something about that option.
Oh, I hope so.
So I don't know if JC's coming back or if he's around if he wants to go.
Did I fix him?
Somebody wants to.
Did you want to try again, Hunter?
Oh my god, see, I'm pressing a lot of buttons. I don't know, now my side chat's gone. Now it's like a different format. I don't know what I did.
Is anybody's like, you see when you go into the chat box on the side, is anybody else's like really slow? Like you click on it and nothing happens for ages, or you type something and it takes 5 seconds. But it's come up.
Probably Google. It's on Google.
Oh, it's okay here.
Maybe
Your
connection here.
bug in your side.
Now, listen, if you're on Wi-Fi, it might be a reason why it's.
Yeah.
Glad I could take the blame. Glad I could take the blame. I just saw Alfonso go, well, that was weird. And I was like, oh. I was like, God, why did I have to do that?
Did you want to try another option?
No.
You don't want to. Hey, Hunter, did you want a channel?
No, I don't. Not now.
It's alright.
But I will very soon. My only problem I have is like. Well, actually, I don't think I have a problem. I'm good. Is everyone frozen? Hello? I'm gone. Am I here?
Oh, we can hear you, trust me.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we can hear you alright.
Did you able to feel the cake I post today?
The tiramisu?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the cake on there. That's why I liked it, because I was like, ooh, I want some tiramisu.
JC, did you sleep?
Dude, what if he is? Is he?
I think he cut his weed.
Yeah, he's probably doing.
Cooking.
He's probably
Passed out.
No, my name really is Hunter. No,
Yeah.
I don't have an alias. My name really is Hunter.
Hey, Mister, I
You can't
passed
see my
out.
face because it's really dark, but there you go.
Alright, well, I'm going to wrap this up.
Alright.
Quite enough for
It's
tonight.
okay.
I'm channeling tomorrow at a house, so I'm going to record that.
Oh, wow, how was that?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do it tomorrow for 2 hours.
Well,
What?
sorry. Jump timelines. I was immediately asking you how was it, even though
How
you
was
just said you weren't doing it until.
Oh, it went great, Hunter. Yeah, it was. You had pizza.
Did you have the shitty Domino's hot dog?
Yeah, we
pizza?
played domino. Yeah, we played dominoes. Yeah, we played Old Maid.
A fucking big party, them
Hey,
names.
when I meet you guys, we gotta play some chess or something. If you guys
Yeah,
want
when you
to.
get your $150 million, yeah.
Yeah, why not? I'll buy you on a chess set.
Okay, what do we do? Okay, good night, everyone. I'll be back here Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern, and I'll have a channeling on Saturday. Hopefully, I can upload that sometime in the week.
Yeah.
Much love, and good night.
And
Blessings,
tiramisu.
blessings all.